How's it going, everyone? Today I'm flying out the F5-C, and I got a couple games here that were pretty good. This one is a 6-kill game, I believe. Starting out the match, I've climbed to about 6,000 meters, and I'm going about Mach 0.9. Just a little bit about my loadout. I'm carrying just 20 minutes of fuel with the universal 20mm cannon ammo rack, and just 2 of the AIM-9s. So basically I've just kind of gone around the side of the map, climbed a bunch, and now I'm sitting right over kind of the middle of the map, just patrolling. I see 2 Harriers in the distance and the MiG-29's engaging. Just below me there's 2 A-10s, not really much of a threat since they're way down there. They're just probably going to be ground pounding anyway. SC-25, not sure how he got hit, but he's just burning up, flying down there. So yeah, I've just kind of been patrolling, checking out these 2 Harriers that's dogfighting this MiG-29 over here. And yep, so they're busy over there, but pay attention to this guy to my left that I'm kind of aiming at now. This guy, he comes back to bite me in the ass later in the match, and I'll show you. And this is the first time, my first chance that I had to kill him. Pretty risky missile there, probably wasn't going to hit, but I just kind of sent it anyway. He flares, he dodges it, rolls out of it. Now I'm over these 2 A-10s. I'm thinking, I don't really want to get in front of all their guns and all their missiles, because you know they've got a lot of them, and pretty much the majority of their entire team is down here at this point. And sure, we have a couple teammates down there, but not looking too good for them. So what do? I dive straight into the fur ball because I'm stupid. Whiff my shot here completely. I do get a hit, but you know, it's an A-10, so it's kind of tanky. Harrier flies right in front of me, and now guess where I'm at? I'm right in the middle of the fur ball. I'm dodging missiles left and right. There goes the second one. Here comes the third one. Just barely misses me. And now I'm in trouble. I mean, there's 4 fucking gunboats right on my 6. And so I turn off the afterburner, flare out, show them the, you know, the cold side of my aircraft. Here comes another one. Turn off the afterburner, flare, turn into it, try and dodge it. I think that's like the 5th missile I dodged. A-10's trying to spray me down with his cannon. He kind of is in range, but that's still a pretty hard shot to make at about 1 kilometer. Harrier's trying to get some shots into, but he's, you know, I'm climbing away quick. I need to get out of this situation. That was extremely lucky that I managed to dodge about 5 missiles right there, and you know, I'm still living and still flying. So at this point I got about 6 minutes of fuel, 1 missile, plenty of flares, plenty of cannon ammunition. But I'm just trying to get some separation between me and the enemy at this point, because the Harrier is chasing me very closely on my 6, and there's still a bunch of A-10s behind him. So now there's this one in front of me off to my left, and so I roll up and down. Probably wasn't smart to roll back down because he does get a shot in on me. Misses though. There's an A-10 off to my left. I'm just going to go ahead and ignore him because, you know, and Harrier decides to take a missile shot at me, but I flare it. But because I had to roll out, this Harrier behind me catches me and decides to flare, or I decide to flare his missile. It does get dodged, but now he's really close on my 6 and fires another missile, and now I'm really close. He should have got this kill right there, but he overshoots because I'm so low on my speed because I've been dodging missiles left and right. I think we're at like 8 dodged missiles at this point. Now this guy is kind of screwed because I'm going slower than him. I'm on his 6, and I'm using my combat flaps to turn inside of him. He's pretty much screwed. I mean, he's just kind of hanging there out in front of me, and he can't do anything. He's just too slow. So I fire a missile, get the kill. About 4.5 minutes on fuel, no more missiles. Decent amount of cannon, but no flares, so go ahead and pop that T-44, return into base, and yeah, so picking it back up after we take back off, refuel, and rearm. Just cutting ahead. It's not very exciting. Nothing happened. I count the enemies 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players left on the enemy team, and I think it's just me. I'm pretty sure it's just me. So I've done the same kind of thing when I took off. I climbed a bunch, got a bunch of altitude. You can see I'm at 5,000 meters. I'm going Mach 1. So I got plenty of energy, plenty of options to deal with these enemies. So now I notice there's 2 aircraft below me. One is leaving a smoke trail. I'm not sure if they were just being nice, but I go ahead and pop an order, be the best, because I know that, you know, they can't get any kills because I'm the last one alive. So they're not going to get this, you know, they're not going to win this order. I am, because they're fucked. I'm on their 6. I don't know if they even see me. I don't know if they are even aware, you know, that I popped that order. No, like, I mean, you know, just getting behind the enemy like this, you know, they're pretty much screwed. So decide to shoot one, aim 9. And I wait just a minute to launch the second one because I don't want the second one to lock on to like burning wreckage and hit, you know, a dead plane. And I get a double kill back to back. That feels amazing. This A-10 is ground pounding. Also, another Harrier died to AA just there. So it was a 1 versus 7. Now it's only a 1v4. And I'm right on this A-10-6. I squeeze the trigger, but I miss, and I only get a hit. So I decided to go straight up, and I'm trying to loop back over this guy and just kind of keep my distance because I know he's just came back from the airfield. He's just rearmed. I know he's got some missiles, and what does he do? He shoots a missile at me, so I kill my afterburner, flare, I turn into it, turn the afterburner back on. Rinse and repeat. So, I mean, I've just dodged, you know, countless amounts of missiles this game. I'm not saying that these are easy to dodge. They are certainly, you know, decent missiles, but at the end of the day, if you don't know how to dodge them, you're just going to die. What I see a lot of the times is people just fly in a straight line, and then they flare, and they expect the missile to just kind of, you know, lose track of them. No, you have to maneuver when you're being, you know, locked on and a missile's on your 6 like that. You need to maneuver and flare and kill your afterburner. And I don't see a lot of people doing that, and it's gotten me a lot of good kills. So anyway, now I'm just loitering over the middle of the the battle, right in the middle of it all. I'm kind of just hanging out here. There's, you know, one A-10. I can see he just popped some flares for whatever reason. And then I spot this Harrier, so I immediately kick on the afterburner. I know I'm gonna need some speed to deal with this guy. And if you'll recognize his name, he's the guy that I missiled at the start of the match, but I missed. So now I have a second chance to kill this guy. One A-10 right below me, that Harrier's in front of me, and now there's a second A-10 behind me. We're kind of all moving in the same direction, in that you know, southeast direction. So I'm kind of just stuck. I don't really know what to do. I'm just like, hey, I'll let them make the first move. And the Harrier, I look back in front of me, he's probably bombing that base over there. So I just say, hey, fuck it. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to deal with this A-10. He hasn't shot a missile at me yet for whatever reason. Maybe he's finally wisening up. And I realize he's turned around, and he's just flying the opposite direction. I look behind me to check my 6 and just make sure that they're not chasing me, and they're not. And this guy's just flying in a straight line, fat, dumb, and happy. So I do what anyone else would do. I squeeze the trigger some more. He tries to maneuver. It's too late. I shoot him right out of the sky. His wing rips off. He starts flaring, freaking out, and he gets sent back to the hangar. So then I turn back in, and then here comes this Harrier. He's, you know, decided, hey, that was pretty stupid. I left my teammate to die. I take a shot. I roll out of the way. I get a hit on him. Could have been a crit, could have been not, I don't know. Can't tell you how many hits I've been getting with this thing recently. It just, the 20 mils don't really seem to pack a punch unless you really get a good shot. So that was my third chance I had to kill that guy, and now he's flying away, and like I said in the beginning, it's really going to come back and bite me in the ass because he's the last one I have to kill later on. So anyway, I'm flying away. I got 4.5 minutes of fuel, plenty of guns, plenty of flares, but I'm thinking, what do I do? I mean, it's, you know, there's 4, maybe 5 minutes left in the match at this point, I think. And I'm kind of just flying back towards my airfield. And right there, the A-10 was bombing that base, and I spotted him just as he dropped his bomb. So also the Be the Best order got completed because I just got, you know, 3 kills in a row. So there I go. I just do a full 180, running after this A-10. He's going for this other base, it looks like. Sees me, starts rolling around like crazy, starts flaring, and I just kind of lay down on the trigger, light his engine on fire, and he crashes right into the mountainside there. Not much he could have done in that situation. He was flying really slow and kind of too little too late, you know. So we're in the same situation. I'm low on fuel. I don't have any missiles left. I've only, you know, I mean, I've got a good amount of ammo, but decided to type in chat, hey guys, out of fuel, out of ammo, sorry about that, going back to base. Because I'm basically running this, you know, timer all the way out. So you can see there it was 4 minutes 55 seconds left. Because that guy popped a blind hunt, you know, I felt like, hey, saying, you know, I know you see me over here, I'm sorry that, you know, I'm dragging the match on, but this has been a good match. You know, it started as a 1v7 and now it's just a 1v2. So I'm feeling pretty happy. So I go ahead and pop the air brake out, do the standard landing procedure, wiggle my nose around just to kind of bleed some speed. And because I haven't really seen that A-10 or that Harrier in a while, I'm kind of just tweaking because they do have a blind hunt. So I'm kind of just checking my 6 as I'm making this landing. I don't want a missile to come out of nowhere and kill me. That would really suck. That would be a really terrible way to end the game. So thankfully that doesn't happen. I make a safe landing. And here we go. So once again, for the 3rd time this match, I'm rearmed, refueled, I'm heading away from my base. This guy's blind hunt is still active, and it's switched onto him now, so I know where he is. He doesn't know where I am. Maybe he does, I don't know. But I don't see the Harrier. And this was kind of my fatal mistake here. I'm focusing on this A-10 when he's really not that big of a threat. I've dodged at least, 10 missiles this game already, and most of them have come from the A-10 and the Harriers. But it's still a real threat, and if your head's not on a swivel, you're just gonna get pissed because you got missiled from, space by a Harrier. Anyway, by now I'm sure you know what's coming. This is going to be my 6th and final kill of the game. I'm flying really low underneath this A-10. I don't know if he sees me. He probably sees my the vapor of me, breaking the sound barrier there. But I come up really fast, right underneath him. I'm thinking, oh yeah, this is too easy. Get a lock, lead the shot, loft that missile right in there, and he is done. And at this point, there's literally like 40, 50 seconds left in the game. So I'm just thinking, I need to kill this AI to get some tickets back. And of course, I whiff my shot because I'm stupid. Really, really stupid. And remember that Harrier I was telling you guys about? I took some random damage. I really don't know what that was from. I hear a second jet engine in the background. I'm thinking, where is this guy? Oh shit. Oh shit. And I'm looking, and magic missile comes out of nowhere from the Harrier, the guy I hit, and launched a missile at earlier in the game. But hey, that's how that game ended. It was still a good game. It was a 1v7, and I ended up taking out 6 targets, so can't be mad about that. Hopping into this next game, did the same thing, side climbed, went around the middle of the map, and I'm at 5,000 altitude, same loadout as before, and I see this A5, he starts doing these loops. So I just pitch up, nose back down, right on top of him, and then he comes back up for another loop. Not really sure what strategy this guy is running, or if this is like a strategy people do, but I just keep looping up and pitching my nose up and then coming right back down on top of him because I don't want him to energy trap me. This was a pretty ambitious missile, and I did hold down the key just to see where it would go, and right at the very end there you can kind of see, looked like it was going to hit. But no, he's still flying. And then here he comes. He just takes the fight vertical again, and he's looping. And so I'm like, no, I'm not going to get energy trapped here. I'll shoot another missile at you. He flares. Kind of squeezed the trigger there. A little bit of a pretty bad shot because I got bad aim, and it was just a weird angle, you know. But here he goes again. He's just diving back away for this loop. Not really sure what the A5, you know, meta is, but it seems like this guy just continuously did loops. And so here he comes again. He's just pulling right in front of my guns, looping up. I don't know if he's like trying to loop over me. And so my radar warning system starts to beep on my 6. So I do get a shot in on that guy, and that's important later. And then I notice, you know, I'm being locked on my radar warning system. It's picking up a lock from somewhere. I stay on this guy's ass for just a second more, and then I kind of just level out because I'm like, I'm not going to catch him. He's got way more energy. Finally pay attention to my 6, turn off my afterburner, let out some flares. I hear the missile fly by, and this one should have killed me, honestly, right there. I mean, that was insanely close, but hey, it worked. You know, MiG-21's missiles are really good, but I was able to dodge it. Getting locked again. This guy doesn't seem to take a hint that I'm really not in the mood to be missiled down. So I'm just chasing, or I'm just flying in a straight line, you know, separating distance. And he decides to turn around because he realizes he's not going to catch me. And he go straight into ground pounding. So I'm not really sure what his thought process was there, but then I hear another engine, and guess what? It's our friendly A5 who just continuously is doing these insane loops. He flies away. I'm not really worried about him. I'm going at decent speed in a straight line. I'm kind of just looking all around, looking for this MiG-21 that was just after me, and then this Su-25 gets spotted. Don't think he really manages to get that shot in there in the head-on. I start to turn inside of his turn. He's going really slow. I whiff my shot because I'm bad. And he turns right back into my guns, and so I just put him out of the sky. And then here comes the A5. He's just zooming down. I look behind me. He's not even going to pull out of that, and he just pancakes on the ground. Because I hit him earlier, it counts as a kill. So that was a quick little double kill. But at this point, got 4.5 minutes of fuel, no more missiles. I'm just going to go ahead and RTB. Type in a keck in chat because that was pretty funny. And skipping ahead, we're taking off from the airfield. Like before, just scanning, looking around. 2 enemies left on the team, 12.5 minutes left in the game. I take a look at that guy that was in the MiG-21 that was missiling me earlier. He's a low level. He doesn't have very many good planes. It's probably his like premium, you know. And there he is. He appears right underneath me. He's still trying to ground pound in that thing. And I just don't think he realizes, like, it's not really what you should be doing. Not the best missile I've ever shot, but I thought it was decent enough to try. He jinks it, it misses, and now I'm a kilometer and a half away. Just had to shoot another one. Probably should have just saved it because I'm just gaining on his ass very quick. So I kill my afterburner, extend the air brake, take a shot. He rolls out of the way, and now we're just bleeding speed rolling around. I retract the air brake and put the wet back on with the afterburner, and now I get a hit. I'm spamming, I'm kind of missing. Super lucky that this AA didn't kill me, and then my shots just connect, and we win the game. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one.